bringing you the news 24 hours a day, 7 days per week, with a fresh approach. www.999wefm.com. WeFM News, online, on demand.
Good afternoon and welcome to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
We got stoves, cook it, fry it, bake it, stew it, poach it, eat it, drink it, slurp it. At Quartz, you can get it. We got fridges, slurp it, chill it, freeze it, store it, crisp it, pack it, and stack it. At Quartz, you can get it. Wash or dryer it, wash it, fluff it, spin it, dry it, clean it, fold it, wear it, sort it, and soak it. Rinse it, load it. SDA gon' make you blend it, crush it, toast it. At Quartz, you can get it.
It's the appliance event happening now, only at Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, investigators are currently investigating the discovery of a partially decomposed body in a blue Toyota Hilux automobile parked outside the Kingston Preparatory School. The deceased was identified to be Gregory Linton, a 43-year-old man of Dominica and Glen. According to police, a post-mortem examination will be conducted on the body to ascertain the cause of death. Members of the public who have information that can help with the investigation are encouraged to contact the Criminal Investigations Department Major Crimes Unit at 1-784-456-1810 or 1-784-457-1211, extension 4837 or 999 or 911. All calls will be treated confidentially. Jamal Batiste, an 18-year-old laborer of Rillan Hill, was detained and charged with the June 2, 2023 robbery and theft of one gray S9 Samsung cellular phone valued at $300, 23,000 EC dollars, and $300 in cash, the property of a 43-year-old coordinator of the Dominican Republic. Batiste is also accused of unlawfully and maliciously inflicting grievous bodily harm to the 43-year-old coordinator by striking him about his body and forehead with an unknown object at Cane Grove at about 8:16 p.m. on June 2nd. Batiste will appear at the Serious Offences Court to answer the charge. Meanwhile, on June 17, 2023, McSherry John, a 28-year-old laborer from Brighton, was arrested and charged with wounding and damage to property. John is charged with unlawfully and maliciously injuring a 32-year-old mason of the same address by biting him on the left side of his chest and right arm. In addition, John was charged with damaging the right side mirror and the door of a motor vehicle P4013 by smashing same with a stone in Brighton on June 15th at about 5:40 p.m. John will appear at the Serious Offences Court to answer the charges. Still on the local scene, the National Emergency Management Organization NEMO is advising all residents to closely monitor the approach of Tropical Storm Brett. According to Weather Information Statement 1 received from the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Meteorological Services at 5:30 p.m. on Monday, the Tropical Depression 3 has been upgraded to Tropical Storm Brett. At 5 p.m., the center of Tropical Storm Brett was located near latitude 11.3 north, longitude 42.2 west, or about 1,200 miles east of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Maximum sustained winds are near 40 miles per hour with higher gusts. Brett is forecast to strengthen and move across the Lesser Antilles as a hurricane later this week, bringing a risk of flooding from heavy rainfall, hurricane-force winds, and dangerous storm, surge, and waves. According to NEMO, due to larger than usual uncertainty in the model guidance on the track forecast, It is too early to specify the location of the center of the system and the magnitude of the associated hazards. The National Emergency Management Organization is urging all residents, especially persons living on the north of the island in areas north of the Rabaka Dry River, to be extra vigilant even though there is some level of uncertainty. There are no watches or warnings in effect for St. Vincent and the Grenadines at this time. However, residents are strongly advised to be prepared as we are in the hurricane season, and regardless of the forecast, there is a possibility for rains, gusty winds, and rough seas. On to news in the region. Citizens and residents of St. Kitts and Nevis are set to benefit from a second citizenship by investment COVID 19 relief payment, a share of the profits and retained earnings received from the country's CBI program. The payment process is scheduled to begin by Wednesday, June 21st. The introduction of the CBI dividend in December 2022 was the St. Kitts and Nevis Labour Party administration's fifth COVID 19 relief initiative since taking office in August 2022, and the first time in the Caribbean that everyday citizens and residents were paid a dividend on any state asset. The CBI dividend will be facilitated through the St. Christopher and Nevis Social Security Board and distributed in two tiers or categories. The first category is the pensionables and pensioners, and the second category is classified as those who are not yet pensionable. St. Lucia's Cabinet of Ministers have approved the establishment of the Golden 80 Plus Health Package. Beginning July 1st, 2023, all St. Lucian citizens 80 years and older can access medication, hearing services, and eye care services at the island's community wellness centers at no cost. Those free services are available upon submission of any form of national identification. The benefit package includes the following: the provision of prescription drugs at the community wellness centers at no cost, access to one annual hearing test at the community wellness centers offering the services, eye care services at community wellness centers, and access to eye screening and surgery at the Cuban Eye Clinic located at St. Lucia's Old Victoria Hospital plant. Older people are defined as individuals who have attained the age of 65 years and older. On the international scene, the United Nations Human Rights Chief has called for greater support for his office as he seeks to expand its work by establishing a first-time presence in the world's two most populous countries, India and China, whose rights records are drawing more scrutiny. The Office of the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, established after World War II and earlier known as the Commission on Human Rights, is present in 95 countries, and its leader plays a key role in calling out suspected abusers as well as working with countries in question to bring about change. Volker Turk, who took over as High Commissioner in late 2022, used his opening speech to the Council on Monday to urge greater cooperation and singled out states such as Syria, Iran, Israel, and Russia that should do more. Turk voiced particular concern about attacks against people who cooperate with the UN and try to sound the alarm about rights abuses in their countries. Finally, in sports, Pakistan's national football team has been given visas for India, officials said, where they will take on the host in their first match on Indian soil since 2014. The South Asian neighbors will kick off the South Asian Football Federation SAFF Championship on Wednesday. The two countries rarely play home matches against each other in any sport due to long-running political tensions made worse by the Mumbai attacks of 2008 and the scrapping of Indian-administered Kashmir's special status in 2019. The participation of Pakistan in the Bengaluru event has raised hopes Islamabad will take part in the ICC World Cup Cricket Tournament, hosted by India later this year, having earlier threatened to boycott the event. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 p.m. for WEFM's 3 p.m. News. WeFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliment of Courts St. Vincent Limited.
Wait and see. Whenever we touching the vacancy, we just climb over the gate and see.
Boom! It's carnival time at Courts Ready Cash. So visit your nearest Courts Ready Cash for instant carnival prizes, tickets, and much more with your loan of $2,000 or over. Come home to Courts Ready Cash this carnival season and enjoy flexible payment terms, hassle-free service, and fast approval. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, your job letter, and 2 references. Simple as that. Follow Ready Cash on Facebook and Instagram for your updates and in our in-store carnival parties and our carnival workout session. It's time for carnival at Courts Ready Cash. Visit shopcourts.com for details. Come